Good afternoon to all. Uh, Myself, Dr. Milan Hayat. I am representing the topic polymers or macromolecules. Uh, I have already discussed about it. Polymers or macromolecules are a long chain high molecular mass compound obtained by the combination of a large number of simple molecules. The simple molecules taking part in the formation of polymer, that simple molecule is known as monomer. That monomers is basically repetitive unit. This process of polymer formation is basically known as polymerization. If we consider the example of ethylene to polyethylene, here product form is called a dimer, trimer, tetramer according to their number of repeating or monomeric unit. If a large number of molecule, say n number of molecule combine to form a polymer, that is n molecule of ethylene combine to form a polyethylene. Here in this chapter, I will discuss degree of polymerization, high polymer and oligomer. The number of repeating unit in the polymer chain is called degree of polymerization. The product of the polymerization and the molecular mass of the monomeric unit M, capital M, small m, subscript small m, is equal to the molar mass of the polymer. Thus, molecular mass of the polymer is N into capital M, subscript small m. High polymer and oligomers. Polymers with high degree of polymerization are called high polymers, while those with low degree of polymerization uh, is or are called oligomers. The polymer formed from the only one kind of monomer is called homopolymers, while polymer made from two or more different kinds of monomers is called copolymer or mixed polymers. For example, polythene is an example of homopolymer, whereas Buna S rubber is example of copolymer and formed from the monomers 1,3-butadiene and styrene. This is styrene monomer, and after polymerization it forms polymer. Natural and synthetic polymer. Natural polymers obtained as such from a natural sources are called natural polymers. Few examples of naturally occurring polymers including protein, polysaccharide, gums, natural rubber, silk, wool, protein, etc. are polymers of amino acid. Natural rubbers is a polymers of isoprene, polysaccharide are polymers of glucose, fructose, etc. Synthetic polymers are polymers prepared by the synthesis from simple substances are called synthetic polymers. A few examples of this kind of polymers prepared synthetically include synthetic rubber, polythene, polystyrene, nylon, etc. Characteristics of the three kinds of polymer. First one, linear polymers. These are those polymers whose macromolecules contain the monomeric unit linked together to form a long and strong chain. Representing the monomeric unit, say by X, a linear polymer may be represented as like that shown in this figure. Branch polymer, these are the polymers in which the monomeric unit are linked to form a long chain called main chain with side or branch chains, the number and the length of which may vary widely from polymer to polymer. The branch polymer may be represented as shown in this diagram, as shown in this figure. cross-linked or three-dimensional polymer. This is very important. When the monomers are linked together to form a three-dimensional network, the links involved are called cross-links, and the polymer formed is called cross-linked polymer are represented as in the given diagram. This is in this diagram, this cross-linked polymer. Here in this figure, homopolymers and copolymers. Next, there are two kinds of polymerization. One is addition polymerization, another condensation polymerization. Here, formation of addition and condensation polymers. First one, addition polymers. When molecules, simple monomers are linked together to form a long chain without elimination of any byproduct, the product formed are called addition polymers, and the process involved in this is called addition polymerization. Here in this example, here by no byproduct is eliminated during the process, and the molecular formula and hence the molecular mass of the polymer formed is an integral multiple of that of the monomers. A few examples of the addition polymerization are given below. Here ethylene to polythene, PVC, sorry, vinyl chloride, this is vinyl chloride to polyvinyl chloride, that is PVC. Third example, styrene to polystyrene. Here this is styrene in combination with several styrene to form polystyrene. Second case, condensation polymers. When
सर एडिशन
monomers,
पॉलीमर्स की कंडीशंस क्या होती हैं?
when monomers contain some active functional group which can react together with the elimination of some molecules, usually water, and result into the formation of long chain. The process is called condensation polymerization, and the product formed is called condensation polymers. In this case, as some byproduct molecule is eliminated, the molecular formula and hence the molecular mass of the polymer is not an integral multiple of that monomer. Few examples of condensation polymerization are as given: hexamethyldiamine, CH2 whole 6, NH2 NH2, hexamethyldiamine, and adipic acid. Adipic acid, CH2 whole 4, CO2H, CO2H. Hexamethylene diamine and adipic acid to form condensation polymers. Here elimination of water molecule occurs. This is nylon. And another example, ethylene glycol, CH2H, CH2H, ethylene glycol and terephthalic acid. Benzene contain 2 carboxylic group in para position with respect to 1. So this is terephthalic acid and ethylene glycol. After condensation, it forms condensation polymers. Next, number average and mass average, that is molecular masses of polymers. Number one, number average molecular mass. When the total molecular mass of all the molecules of a sample is divided by the total number of molecules, the result obtained is called the average molecular mass. For example, suppose in a particular sample, N1 molecules having molecular mass M1 and N2 molecule having molecular mass M2 and N3 molecule having molecular mass M3 and so on. Then we have the total molecular mass of all N1 molecules would be N1M1, and the total molecular mass of all molecules of N would be N2M2, and the total molecular mass of all the N3 molecules N3M3 and so on. So total molecular mass of all molecules would be N1M1 plus N2M2 plus N3M3 plus dot 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 equal to summation of Ni/Mi. This is the total number of all molecules, total number of molecular masses of all molecules, and total number of all molecules would be N1 plus N2 plus N3 plus dot 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 equal to summation of Ni. Hence, the number average molecular mass would be Mn bar, M in subscript n bar equal to N1 M1 plus N2 M2 plus N3 M3 plus dot 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 divided by N1 plus N2 plus N3 plus dot dot dot, or Mn bar equal to summation of Ni Mi by summation of Ni. Next case, mass average molecular mass. Mass average molecular mass when the total molecular mass of a group of molecules having a particular molecular mass are multiplied with their respective molecular mass, the product are added and the sum is divided by the total mass of all molecules, and the result is obtained is called the mass average molecular mass. Suppose N1, N2, N3, etc. molecules having molecular mass M1, M2, M3, etc. respectively. The total molecular mass of N1 molecule would be N1, M1, and total molecular mass of the N2 molecule would be N2, M2, and total molecular mass of N3 molecule would be N3, M3, and so on. The product of their respective molecular masses will be N1, M1 into M1, N2, M2 into M2, N3, M3 into M3, etc. respectively. That is N1, M1 square plus, N1, M1 square, N2, M2 square, N3, M3 square, dot, 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 etc. So sum of the products, N1, M1 square plus N2, M2 square plus N3, M3 square plus dot, 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 equal to summation of Ni, Mi square. So total number of mass of all molecules N1 M1 plus N2 M2 plus N3 M3 plus dot 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 equal to summation of Ni Mi. Hence, mass average molecular mass is given by M subscript M bar, capital M subscript small m bar equal to Ni Mi square plus N2 M2 square plus N3 M3 square plus dot 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 divided by Ni Mi plus N2 M2 plus N3 M3 plus dot dot dot. That is summation. That is M capital M subscript small m bar equal to summation of Ni Mi square plus summation of divided by summation of Ni Mi. Here, when we apply some condition means here condition is polydispersity. That is very important point. Polydispersity index in a polymer. Polydispersity index in a polymer, we use that term as an index which is given by the polydispersity index equal to number average molecular mass by mass average molecular mass. When polydispersity index is 1, that is Mn equal to Mn equal to mm. This is the condition when polydispersity index equal to 1. So we have already calculated Mn bar and mm bar. If m or equal to Mn, then we can write this Mn bar equal to mm bar. The two sides can be equal only if M1 equal to M2. That is, all molecules should have the same molecular mass. In that case, average have no significance. Here, some examples. Examples 1, if we consider the example 1, a suspension contains equal masses of particles with molecular mass 20,000 and 40,000. Calculate Mn and mm. Here equal number of molecules, equal number of masses of a particular of a particles with molecular masses 20,000 and 40,000. Applying the formula N1 M1 equal to M2 M2. Say N1 and N2 are both equal, mass is different. Just applying the formula Mn bar equal to N1 M1 plus N2 M2 by N1 plus N2. Just
कैसे
putting
करते
the
हो?
value of M1 and M2 and finally calculate, we get Mn bar. Similarly, we also calculate the mm by applying this formula. Next very important point here, method of determination of molecular masses. There are several methods of determination of molecular masses. First method is osmotic pressure measurement, osmotic pressure method. Osmosis is the phenomena of the passage of solvent molecules into the solution through a semi-permeable membrane. Here, the hydrostatic pressure of the liquid column set up as a result of osmosis is called the osmotic pressure. Or the osmotic pressure is the external pressure that has to be applied on the solution to prevent the entry of the solvent into the solution through the semi-permeable membrane. Solution of a polymer in a suitable solvent can be subjected to the phenomena of osmosis because the size of the polymer molecules in the solution is not large enough to pass through the semi-permeable membrane, while the solvent molecules can easily pass through. If the solution is dilute, the osmotic pressure is given by the Van 't Hoff equation PV equal to Van 't Hoff equations PV equal to PV equal to nRT, P equal to N by V RT. Here, substituting N equal to W by M in this equation, we get P equal to W by M into 1 by V RT, that is W by V RT by M. That is we know W by V equal to concentration of the solution in gram per liter, that is CRT. That means we can write P by C equal to RT by M. According to this equation, P by C should be a constant at a constant temperature. If we plot P by C versus C, we get a straight line. However, the result is found that to hold good for only for dilute solution of low molecular weight polymer. For high polymer solution, it is observed that the osmotic pressure varies with the concentration according to the following relationships: P by C equal to RT by M plus AC plus BC square plus dot dot dot. Here A and B are constant. The quantity P by C is called reduced osmotic pressure. In this equation, it is evident that P by C equal to RT by M if concentration C equal to 0. If we put the limit, that is limit P by C, C tends to 0 equal to RT by M. Thus, if P by C value are plotted against concentration, the graph is extrapolated to C equal to 0, then the intercept on y-axis is equal to RT by M. Look at this graph here. Here P by C versus C, P by C versus C in x-axis, P by C along y-axis. The intercept P by C, C tends to 0 equal to RT by M. For this, the value m can be calculated. M equal to RT by P by C tends to 0. As osmotic pressure is a colligative property, it depends upon the number of particles present. Therefore, the molecular mass obtained by this method is number average molecular mass. Thus, to determine the molecular mass of polymer, it is required to measure osmotic pressure of the solution, the several concentration, and extrapolate the line to the zero concentration.